Yo, what's up everybody, Holy Knights with you here, bringing you Samurai 8 manga review. This was chapter 3 titled Tankin'. Now this was a very interesting chapter, surprisingly, of the new series of Kishimoto, the creator of Naruto. We get the tankers coming in and we see two guards of the castle corpse, and they're like on the other side of the district, and they talking, and this guy comes out to attack them thinking that he's a bad guy, and he ends up telling them that there's a tanker coming from the other side and is attacking us. And as they talking about that, we switch to the other side and we see these two kids passing through Hachimaru and Nanashi's way, and they push Nanashi out the way and they start praising Hachimaru because he has a sword and his dog, and that basically represents that he's a full-fledged samurai, and they asked him for advice and stuff, and while ignoring Nanashi, so Nanashi felt kind of bad and he went to the temple to pray, and he was like, I can never compete or be friends with somebody who is like him, someone famous, outgoing, when I'm not. And while he's praying and saying this in the temple, Hachimaru realizes that he's gone, and he's looking around like, where's Nanashi at? And that's when they start getting attacked by these tankers. And he wanted to draw his sword, but he realized that earlier he picked up the wrong sword when they left the house, and he actually picked up Nanashi's sword. So therefore, since his sword has a biological lock on it, like the rest of the corpse members, he couldn't draw the sword. So he had to just bob and weave and use the hilt part and the bottom part of the sword to like reflect attacks and stuff. And then we have Nanashi watching this, and while he's watching this, there's a voice in his head telling him to help. This is your moment to shine. And he's having like this inner dialogue and struggling with himself, which I'm actually liking this. I'm actually liking the fact that his name is Nanashi, which means stranger or nameless, and at the same time we don't know if it's a he or a she. And this person has like this inner struggle in his mind, and alternate voices in their head that they speak to. So Nanashi's a very interesting character, and it's actually what making me want to read the story more, because I'm actually liking Nanashi more than I actually like the main character, to be honest. But as he deals with this mental trauma, he eventually steps up and he helps Hachimaru, and he helps him draw the sword. And as long as his hand is holding onto Hachimaru, Hachimaru can basically draw the sword. So Hachimaru draws the sword, and they do this awesome tag team, as you see in one of my thumbnails, and they just cut the whole tanker in half with half of the helmet of the leader, and they all get scared and run off, and everybody's praising him and they're happy and stuff. And then we get this one weird moment where like they leave outside of the city to talk, and it's funny because Nanashi starts speaking about I don't want to be your friend, but I do want to be with you. Hopefully someday in the future we can cut a cake together, but not in that type of way, and stuff like that. And Hachimaru was lost, but I'm thinking to myself, cut a cake together? That's usually what two people do when they get married. After the ceremony and stuff, the couple will hold a knife together and be the first ones to cut their cake, and that piece will go to them. So it's like, when he's saying it, that's the first thing that starts coming into my head, is a traditional marriage. And I'm like, I'm confused. Are you a boy or are you a girl? Because you keep going back and forth, we can't tell what you are. So that's kind of confusing and throwing me off. Besides, the artwork is not that great. That's another thing throwing me off. Everything feels claustrophobic and stuff, and it's clustered in there, and you gotta really look at it close up 2 to 3 times to actually catch on what's what and what's going on. So that's one thing I have to take away from the series that I really don't like. I wish the artwork was more better, but Kishimoto is just doing the storyboard. He's not doing the artwork. He actually has an assistant, Oda Kubo or Oba Kuna, something like that. He's his assistant, and he's the one doing the artwork. So, and he needs to step it up because the artwork is looking horrible, and that's one of the things that a lot of people besides myself is complaining about. But other than that, it was a really good chapter, especially the end off. We get Dorama, the cat ninja, who was back at the house with the dad, and he was like, the soul of your son is very intriguing. This is not a regular soul. This is a samurai sword, and he took a soul and he turned it into a blade, and he put it like across like the face of the dad, but the dad didn't even flinch, and he was like, impressive, you didn't even flinch. Now really, what is Hashimaru and what is your relationship with him? What is he? And that's what the chapter ends off with, is that question. Now that was an epic question to be asked by a legendary samurai. The fact that he's intrigued with the soul of Hachimaru pretty much means that his father had done something to him to modify him to be this strong, or to be what he is. So I'm very intrigued to see what's going on and what Hashimaru really is, and maybe to get a full-fledged backstory on what he can become. This chapter 3 is very interesting. This is when things seems to be a little bit more interesting. The first 2 chapters was but chapter 3 was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it. Again, the artwork is horrible, but other than that, it seems to be pretty good. And I can't wait to see what the explanation is for next week's chapter. But that's all I have for you guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share with your family and friends. Give this video a like. Follow me on Twitter. Link me down below. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more. Also, tell me down below what your thoughts on these last 3 recent chapters are that we have of Samurai 8. Tell me your thoughts and opinions of what you like and didn't like, and what you think what Hashimaru really is. And do you think that we would see Nanashi again, since he's still behind and he didn't go with Hashimaru? But that's all I have for you guys. Peace out and have a good one.